Imagine leaving your tech job to follow your passion to make the whole world feel a little smaller by bringing people together through food and culture and unforgettable shared experiences. And our next guest did just that. Susan Ityavyar-Oakley is here to share her story and the Puff Puff Party. I'm so excited. How cute is this cart, you guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here, Susan. So let's talk about it because this is the first of its kind in North Texas. What is the Puff Puff Party all about?
So the Puff Puff Party is an interactive events and experiences company.
Yeah.
Its whole goal is to make fun, engaging events that connect people together.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, what exactly is a Puff Puff?
So a Puff Puff is a West African dessert. It's crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. And it is eaten in parties, and you can't go to different parts of Africa without eating that. It's so good. And different countries have their own version.
Of the Puff Puff,
Yes,
got it.
like in Greece, it's called lukumades. In Turkey, it's called lokma. In Italy, zeppole, bofrot. So different
So
people.
everybody likes it. We
Yes.
just all got a different name
Yes,
for it, is
yes,
what it
yes.
sounds like. Tell me
Absolutely.
though, was this like your favorite dessert growing up as a child, or how
Yes.
did you know that Puff Puffs were going to be the way to go as far as a business?
Absolutely. So growing up, my grandma used to make puff puff.
Yeah.
So puff puff has always been in our story. So when I grew older and I was going to school in Carnegie Mellon as an international
You
student.
go, girl. I should have known when I said tech job, but all right, Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, and so I wanted to meet people. So I used to do something called the Puff Puff Party. So I'll invite people to my Puff Puff parties, and they can kind of make their own box. And that's kind of how I built community and made friends.
But that also is what sets it apart, because you're able to kind of put your own zhuzh on your Puff Puff the way you want to. And so tell me, what's the process of actually making a Puff Puff from the dough all the way to the toppings?
Yeah, so it is a bit of a laborious process.
Labor of love.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's very simple. The key is using fresh ingredients and the best ingredients. So flour, vanilla, just all the things that we love to make, fun desserts. So I can't give you my recipe.
She's like, I can't give you too much. She said, you got to call the Puff Puff Party if you want to have some Puff Puffs.
Yes,
I get that very much. Okay, let's get into the toppings then, shall we? We got two blank Puff Puffs, and then we got all the goods over here, but we're going to make some here this morning.
Absolutely.
What's your top flavor, do you think?
Ooh, so it depends. So for kids love a birthday cake with the sprinkles, so white chocolate and sprinkles. My favorite is the berry guava, because I'm a tropical girly.
Yes, indeed.
So anything berry guava I like, so that's my favorite. And then cookies and cream is kind of like everybody's
favorite. Okay, let's do that, shall we?
Oh, yes.
Cookies and cream.
Absolutely.
Where do we get started?
So first we start with some melted white chocolate.
Okay, here we go. And then do you do like a little drizzle or a dollop on each one?
It all depends on what you like. So you can go as...
Oh, yeah, no, I like that better. Okay,
exactly, like that.
I was going to do a dollop on each one, and it was not given.
No. Awesome.
Okay, fabulous. A little white chocolate.
Yes, and then next you have your crushed Oreos right there.
This is where the goods happen,
yes.
actually. Look, I'm already making a mess, y'all. But you got to have a lot. You can't go skimp on the cookies and cream, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. And it's just that easy, no?
Absolutely.
And then I like powdered sugar. Can I add powdered sugar to mine?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's the joy of what we do. So we go to corporate events and people kind of get messy and make what they want.
That's the fun
and
of it.
They can customize it,
So tell me, how long have you been doing this at this point? Because we talked about in the beginning how you left a tech job. And so how did you get to that decision? Because that's a big one.
Absolutely. So I had been in tech and consulting and the corporate world for a while. So I just wanted to do something different. I've always had a passion for food and connecting people through food. So I wanted to take my background in employee engagement and employee communications to kind of make something fun and engaging for the corporate world. But we also do weddings as well as private parties as well.
This is stunning. I'm sitting here, I'm listening to you, girl, but I'm also looking at this Puff Puff, and I can't lie, I'm dressing her up good. She is cute indeed.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Tell me again, because I know you mentioned the fact that you do events, and so what is the best way to get in touch with you? And are you doing all sorts of events, birthdays, weddings, baby showers, all the things?
Absolutely, we are, yeah. So the best way to contact us is on our website, www.thepuffpuffparty.com, and we're also on Instagram at the Puff Puff Party.
There you go. Can I ask you, what's next for the Puff Puff Party? Where do you see it going in the future, next 5 years?
Yeah, so we want to continue doing events, connecting with people, building community.
Yeah.
And we also want to do, local partnerships in our community, and maybe one day open an in-person
Brick
store.
and mortar,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We are wishing it on her. Nothing but success
Thank you.
in the name of Jesus.
Thank you.
Let's talk about where people can find you if they want the cart to show up.
Yes, so our website, www.puffpuffparty.com, is the best way to book an event right there.
There we go. All
Yeah.
right, there's no other way to go out of this except to try a Puff Puff, shall
Absolutely.
we? Cheers to you guys, and we will be right back.
Yum.